Welcome back, Guardians. And today we talk about Malok, the pride of Oryx. Now you're wondering why he's coming so far after the April update. And some of you even asked me to do him before the April update even came out. Now I didn't do him before because there wasn't any information on him. There was just a name and a face. No background. Can't really do much with that. But now that the dust has settled from the April update explosion, we can now see what is actually there. Some speculation has turned to fact, and other things have faded away, and those facts we can look at and make a story out of it, thus this video. Now Malok does some pretty crazy things in his lore, as in this lore tells us where Destiny is going. In a recent video I posted, I talked about 10 unanswered questions in Destiny. I talked about Oryx's sisters, Zavathun and Zero. Now, this is where Malok comes in with those sisters. You may think Malok is tied into Oryx, where he is tied to him through story. He isn't the blood of Oryx, no, he's actually tied to Zavathun. This is one of the first times we've actually seen something like this in Destiny. It's usually we see someone like tied to Crota, or tied to Oryx, but now we have someone tied to Zavathun, meaning Destiny is going to do something with that sister. Whereas Oryx was a knight, Zavathun is a wizard. Now, Malok wasn't always named Malok, nor was he the pride of Oryx, nor was he the knight that he is now. In fact, before all this happened, way back when he was just spawned under Zavathun, he was just an unnamed thrall, just a random thrall running around. Someone that you could just kill with one shot to the head at any time. In fact, this is kind of a scary thought, thinking that those thrall you see in the infamous moon mission where you've woken the hive, those thrall, they could be their own Maloks in a way. But that's just kind of my philosophy. Don't need to think about it too much, it'll make him go insane. Now how Malok got started, I'm going to call him Malok even though he wasn't really named Malok during this time. Zavathun used him just to infiltrate the Taken King's army, just to feed back some knowledge and some intel as to what he's doing so that Zavathun can get a better idea. Now this ultimately failed in a terrible way. Malok saw that by helping the Taken King and portraying his master, he was able to climb the ranks. Now it may not always be the best thing to go against your master, but it worked out quite nicely for him, gaining strength, new abilities, and ultimately becoming a knight. By doing so, even though most knights don't have names, in fact I want to say that almost all of them don't, besides a few like Oryx and Crota, Malok got his name because Oryx used him to taunt his sister, a failed thrall turned against his master to like the Taken King. The Taken King Oryx thought this was probably hilarious that Zavathun failed in a way to just ploy a spy. This makes Oryx think that he is better than Zavathun, giving his army better care, I guess, and more chances at strength and power. So he named the unnamed knight at the time Malok, meaning my poison in the hive tongue, just to mock Zavathun. But nothing really crazy went on after that, just a named knight, which is quite honorable in the hive. Oryx took a liking to Malok, giving him more benefits than most hive, but that's pretty much where it ends. Malok really wasn't all that special, he was just used to mock Zavathun, and all the way up until Oryx's death, that's all it was. Just saying, hey Zavathun, look over here, I have your unnamed thrall. Now he's my favorite person, and he's better than you'll ever make him. Also, I'm better than you. That's how it went. But Oryx died. Oryx died, Malok saw his chance. Now, why can Malok lay claim to the throne, you might be asking? Why can't any old knight, even named or unnamed, lay claim? Well, that is because, unlike most Taken hive, he has this weird power where he can control Taken blights. You may have noticed that in the strike where he's laying them everywhere, which can be very annoying. But not all Taken knights have this ability, so this is kind of something that you want to follow. An uncommon ability is something that is highly praised within the hive. But unfortunately, Guardian came along, shot him in the head, bursted his bubble, and killed him. Now you're wondering why in the beginning I talked about him so very highly. His story doesn't really go on any further. You can sum it up as just using him to mock his former master by Oryx, and then dying after trying to lay claim to the throne, but that's not really it. The big picture is that Zavathun is in the picture, an actual physical thing within the Destiny universe that you can look at and say, that's a part of Zavathun. You could say that about Oryx, but that's kind of something you do with the lore. Most Destiny players, or I hope not most Destiny players, don't care about Destiny lore, whereas you guys that are here do. You know that Oryx has sisters, whereas most other people don't. So, with Malok, this opens the gate to those people that are oblivious to lore, saying that there is more things out there that are as strong as Oryx, and they're coming. As Lex Luthor said at the end of Batman vs Superman, no matter how you may think of that movie, the bell has already been rung, and they are coming. Zavathun may be coming, and Zero may be coming, or they already are on their way. You did kill their brother. They may hate each other in the Book of Sorrows, and they wanted to kill each other, but they're siblings. And as we speak, maybe Zavathun is on her way. You also did just kind of kill her spawn, so watch out. But anyways, that's been it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Later, Guardians.